Hello, welcome back to another video. As you can see, quite a bit has changed. All the roof is now insulated and OSB boarded. This gap here, I'm going to fill in with some insulation, and I am actually going to panel these walls in with the same OSB, but that's going to be in a later date. So I'm going to have to order some more board, some more insulation, some batons as well to frame it all out to make this wall all nice and dry and secure. I'm going to order some more of the shiplap stuff here, which I'm using as a fake beam to finish these gaps off, and tempted to put a vent in there as well, just to, if there isn't any moisture, it'll just go out of there as well, just give it a bit of airflow. So I might do that yet. I might order a little vent just to put that up there. I've put a beam there as well, and then I'm going to do a fake beam just on this edge here, and behind that will be the LED lights, so they'll shine onto this wall. So I've decided I'm actually going to keep this wall as brick. It keeps focused on my finger. See my paint on my finger? I'll explain why I've got black paint on my finger in a minute. I'm going to keep the wall there actually brick, but I'm going to paint it a darker colour, I think, just to give it a bit more of a contrast, give it more of a sort of featured wall sort of look. And then I'll put some shelving up here as well and put all my oil cans and things on. I've put my guitar case back up, just repainted the frame. I thought I'd actually broken the LEDs that were inside, but they're all working nice. This will have to come off again, like I said, when I panel this wall in, but I might just panel behind there anyway, just to, you know, finish that section off. If I've got enough timber left, I might just panel this area here. Vinyl plotters in, that's all plugged in, ready to go. I was going to put a shelf unit in here, but I'm in two minds whether to do that or not. Unless I can get a smaller shelf unit to go there, like a small thin one, something old and rustic looking, I might do that there. I think all the red shelving is going to stay in the actual garage now, so I can keep all my car cleaning chemicals all in one place. The red bench that's in the garage is going to go here, then the corner unit will go there, and the other bench will go in here, which I'm going to try and drag in hopefully in this video and sort of get some sort of resemblance of order. Again, I'm going to paint this wall again to match the other one, a slightly darker colour. But what I want to do as well today is see if I can actually panel this wall in here and the back of the door, insulate all that, just to give it a bit more of a finished look and more insulated and warm and secure. But other than that, I think we're getting there. I did a piece across there just to finish that bit off. Again, I might paint that and run some lights on it. All the wiring is going to have to go being trunking, of course, when Stan the man comes and helps me do that. So that'll all be neatened off. This is very, very temporary, the wiring. It's all running off plugs again. So I've got a nice socket here, but actually doesn't do anything. It's just there for show until the wiring goes in. We'll probably just do trunking, probably up here or outside and then round. We don't know yet. I'll get Stan to figure that out for me. He might be able to chase it in or something, I don't know. We'll get back to that at another point. So I think my first step now is to try and have a bit of a tidy up actually. Move all the tools off the top of the tumble dryer, because I'm going to have to get behind there to do the panelling, I think, and see if I can figure something out here about panelling this in and making it nice and neat. Okay, so I think I've actually come up with a sort of plan. I'm going to panel this side in here, just a single skin, so if I go too far and I need to actually take the door off at some point, I will not be able to get to the hinge screws, so I've left myself a little bit of a gap, so that's just going to be panelled there. And then I'm going to insulate the front of the actual wall here, put the OSB over the top. So I'm going to have to just nail that on there. Floor's not level, so I've managed to actually cut that to that shape there, which should be okay. Then I've just got to trim the end off there, put another piece of board on that side, and then I'll do that behind the door as well. I am going to have to move the electrics and turn the power off so I can actually get that power switch in there. So this may have to wait until tomorrow, because I think we've got a storm, another storm coming in tonight. So it's going to be pretty wet overnight and tomorrow. So I need to actually get the actual workbench out of the garage now and get it in here. Even just in here, I can just work around it while I'm doing this tomorrow. So I've got the workbench in, bit of a struggle as it just started raining as well. Might be the storm coming in early, who knows. It's not going in this position. As you can see, it's way too long. The red bench is going to go here, and that'll just go up to about here. Then I'll have a nice gap there, then the corner unit. So it's going to go across here. So I'm going to have another tidy up. Seems to be constantly tidying up and moving things from one place to another until I get organised. I've got the amplifier back in as well. And I give that a clean as well before I put the guitars and stands and things back on it. Just give it a bit of a wipe over with some cleaner. But yeah, getting there. I'll be glad when this wall's all paneling as well, just to make it look all a bit neater and tidier. But that's probably going to be in the new year now. Expensive Christmas and whatever. I won't be spending money on OSB unless any of my family want OSB and insulation for Christmas. That'd be a very nice present, would it? Anyway, so I might even just paint this wall for now until the new year or whatever. I don't know yet. I might just leave it. Anyway, I'm waffling on. So what I think I'm going to do now is continue with the insulation on this board after I've had another tidy up. I'm just giving my amplifier here a bit of a clean with some of this Alpha interior shine. I've not actually properly used this stuff yet. I've just not had the time to do any detailing or anything at the moment while all the workshop renovation's going on. But I just thought I'd just show you the actual shine it's bringing up on there. This was quite dirty and matte. Yeah, it's covered in paint and stuff like that, but it's actually cleaning up really nice, and it smells amazing. It smells like bubblegum. So yeah, I'll probably do a full review on this at some later date when all this hassle and stress of the workshop reno is all out of the way. Stick all these onto 11. One more than everybody else. If you know what that actual quote is from, drop me a comment below. Might be just showing my age. Right, it's the next morning and I'm just checking on the old sleeker because we didn't have the storm Dara in last night. It's kept outside. And there are a lot of overhanging trees. It's got quite dirty, a lot of debris on it. We're okay. Just getting neglected a little bit. So we'll get back to this little project and get some work done and clean it back up again in the next couple of weeks. But still quite windy and horrible, so I think I'll get back in the workshop. Put the guitars in here last night just basically to get them acclimatised to this actual temperature in this room now, so I can play them at some point. And last night before I finished, I actually panelled most of this wall now. I've got to finish the top bit here, put some insulation behind it. I've got a little bit left, so I'm going to pack that out. I want to keep that removable, that panel there anyway, because I may put the cabling behind it. This is, again, like I said before, this is all very temporary, so I may put the cabling behind it in trunking. I think that might be neater, and then we could come out the wood there and then down to the socket or whatever. So my next job today, I think I'm going to try and panel in that door, because it's never ever going to be used again, that door. It'd be nice to have a window there, but that's out of the budget at the moment. So what I think I'm going to do is just panel it all in with some OSB. I've got some left. I should have enough to just finish that area off. And then in the new year, if you imagine that there, all up to the roof like that, it's all going to be painted. Imagine it on this side as well. I think it'll look really good. I think it'll just finish it off, insulate it a little bit more, make it a lot warmer and drier in here. But it's really quite toasty in here now, actually. I have noticed I'm getting quite a draft through the edge of the door, so that might be something that needs to be addressed as well, just to insulate the actual edge of the door. Wow. All this is going to have to come off. It's all going to have to be repaired. I've got woodworm in here. You can see it's all just completely knackered. It's all dry rotted. So I'm going to take all that off, get some nice pieces of timber and just redo all those cross members on there. I may even renovate the lock, paint all the hinges and bits and pieces black, just make it all look a little bit better than it is. I'm not going to hang anything on the back of this door. I'm just going to have my coat hook and then that's it. I'll take these nails out. I just want a clean, nice look, nice bright look. I'll put some sealer down here as well. when it's all painted. Anyway, enough waffling. I'll get cracking, get back up on the old time lapse, and hopefully get this finished today.
And now for our feature presentation.
Most important tool in the workshop, mug of tea. Cheers. Right, so this wall is pretty much finished. I've just got to trim off that little piece there. I'll just do that by hand with a little handsaw. And then I'm going to try and panel in this door here. I haven't got enough insulation, so I'm going to leave the actual bubble wrap garage door insulation stuff I've got left. I had left over, just put on there from when I did the garage door. It's not bad stuff, it's just not ideal. So I think I'm going to make this hopefully so I can make this removable again, so I can put some more insulation behind it when I get the next lot of insulation next year. I don't know if I'm going to have enough panels though, so I think I'm going to have to try and do it lengthways and then do a fill piece in here anyway. I think. Hopefully I'll have enough to actually fill the door and have enough over to actually finish the workbench as well underneath there. I've put a piece in there just temporary as a shelf, but I want to actually box this side in as well and do a piece in there. I hope to have a bit left over to do the back of the cupboard as well, but I don't think I will. So I'm just going to have to try and bodge this bit as best I can, I think. It's not going to have to be perfect, because I'm going to try and fill all the gaps with some sealer and paint it all up as well, make it look nice and bright. So hopefully that'll detract away from if there's any joins. Plus I'm going to put, like I said before, I'm going to put like a fake beam down here as well. So that'll blend all that in there as well, I think. That's all the insulation I've got left, which I don't think it's done too bad. Did the whole roof with it and this wall and some few other bits and pieces. So 6 sheets I think it was. Not bad value actually for insulation, and it seems to be helping in here. It's nice and warm. I may do this wall as well yet in the new year as well, just around the window to make it even more insulated. I'm not sure, but I would definitely be doing this wall. That wall I'm leaving brick. That's the only wall that's going to be brick, I think. And then I think there's a nice feature wall, a slightly darker colour like I said before as well. So I'll get cracking, see if I can panel this door in as best I can. And then I'm going to get the workbench over and start getting organised here, because it's an absolute, pardon my French, shit tip. And I hate it. So I want to get it all organised, get the make-do trestle out the way, get it all cleaned and all nice and bright and tidy and everything put away. And then I can, next week when the storm's gone, I can get the toolbox back in and all the other rest of the pieces back in and start making it look a little bit more like a workshop and less like a dumping ground.
50,000 watts of funkin' hip-hop power.
Feel the beat. Rock it like that.
So that's the wall pretty much boarded up. Happy with some areas I'm not happy with. A bit disappointed I had to patch that bit in there, but like I said before, when it's all sealed up and painted, you're not going to really see much of it. Wiring again is all going to be in trunking and hidden behind this panel here, I think. So hopefully that should neaten it all up a little bit more. So the workbench is back over in its allocated space. It's got another cabinet to go underneath there, probably space for a stool. I think I've got my welding cabinet as well to go underneath there. I might put that in there, I might keep that in the garage yet, I haven't decided. I'll put the guitars up on the wall. I think I've got to move this one over just a tad because it's not quite level, but I can adjust that later on. So next stage is going to be paint, I think, painting the actual ceiling and the walls, and then in the new year I'll panel all this in the same. And some poster, which is little bit tilted. That's only there temporary, of course, until I paint the wall. I think I'm going to paint the wall anyway, just for now. I may even get some, you can get like a PVA sealer just to keep the damp out as well, just to coat that for when I do insulate that wall. So it's give it a little bit more protection as well. But that's all going to be done probably after Christmas. But in the next video, I'm going to get all the bits back in and start getting organised, and then I'm going to pick some paint. I'm going to start getting some decorating done. Right, so that's it for today's video. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for more workshop madness, and I'll see you in the next video.